thank you all for coming. Like Rick said, first day of the farm show. It's one of the biggest events we do out here. It uses all three facilities, so it's a good example of one of the reasons why this facility was built where it was built. About 6 months ago, we had a press conference like this to discuss how things were going, the first 6 months. So now that we have our first year, full calendar year, as well as financial year under our belt, we are proud to announce that in the first year of operation, the Denny Sanford Premier Center made a net profit of $1.913 million. And that's due not only in part to the great ticket sales we've had, which we did just over 645,000 people through the building in the first full year, but our great sponsors, as well as our premium seat holders and the ticket buyers out there who've been kind enough to come and make this building the success it has been. During the year, we did have 11 sellouts of touring events, which is a phenomenal mark for a market our size and a building of this size. We were recently named in the top 100 buildings in the world by Polestar magazine. In fact, we just squeaked in at number 100, but that's all buildings of all sizes that host touring events. And then we ranked 18th in the world for buildings under 15,000 in Venues Today magazine, another one of our trade publications. So a phenomenal honor to make both of those. In the old Sioux Falls Arena, I don't think we even made the top 250. So the difference from what we used to have to what we have today has been phenomenal. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Tracy Turbach and let him say a few comments as well.
Thank you, Terry, and thank you all for coming today. This is yet another very exciting day in the young life of this incredible public facility. Facilities like this aren't expected to be big moneymakers. A lot of communities have venues that they support financially with tax dollars. And they do that for two reasons. One is the economic impact that a facility like this can bring to a community. Certainly visitors to town spend a lot of money eating out, filling their car with gas, shopping, staying in hotels. And so there's a big push in a lot of communities just solely for that economic impact. The second reason communities build facilities like this is for the quality of life that they bring. The events and the shows that they bring to town really helps to elevate the quality of life. In the case of the Premier Center, Sioux Falls gets all of that. We get the economic impact, we get the quality of life, plus we get $1.9 million on the bottom line. How incredible is that? As Terry mentioned, 2015 was the first full calendar year of operations for the Premier Center, and I just absolutely could not be happier with the results. The numbers that you see on the boards and the accolades Terry mentioned really tell a great story for the Premier Center. The success we've enjoyed in 2015 is the result of a lot of hard work and dedication by a lot of people. First, I'd mention the project team, the city staff, the contractors, the architects, the suppliers, subcontractors, all the folks that built this facility certainly have a big thank you coming from all of us, and the success that we've seen is certainly to their credit. The entire SMG team has just done a phenomenal job this last year in running this facility. Everybody from the top leadership positions, the folks in the ticket office, the ushers, the people that keep this building running day in and day out have just done a tremendous job. The folks with Spectra, our food and beverage partner, have also done an excellent job in giving people what they want and what they expect when they come here for an event in terms of food and beverage. Our title sponsors certainly are a big factor in the success that we've had. Sanford and Premier really stepped up to the plate and continue to support the venue as our title sponsors. And all of the other sponsors, the suite and loge box and club seat owners certainly are another important factor in the financial success of our event center. The tenants and promoters and the entertainers who have really, time and time again, wowed many of us on lots of occasions. and most importantly, the general public who have proven that Sioux Falls really was ready for a venue like this. And they have supported the venue, the shows and the events by buying tickets, by buying popcorn and hot dogs and beer and pop, and they keep doing that over and over again. It's over 645,000 folks this past year. So we want to keep them coming back and enjoying everything the Denny Sanford Premier Center has to offer for 2016 and beyond. And with that, I'll turn it back to Terry, and he'll give us a little insight into what's to come.
Yeah, and to go with Tracy's remarks, there are some other numbers out there. In the last year, the complex as a whole made over $1.4 million. The old arena itself historically was never much of a moneymaker and continues to be on that side. The convention center, though, did make $185,000 net revenue, and for a convention center in a market our size, that's another pretty amazing feat, so kudos to our team there as well. Sales tax generation from the Premier Center alone is over $1.4 million. So not only are we making money, just the sales tax alone is bringing impact to the community. When AECom in 2011 did the analysis prior to construction, they estimated we'd do 561,000 people through the building, and they estimated that that number would generate over $44 million in economic impact and 48,000 hotel room nights. So it's we've exceeded the expectations of the consultants, and we're pretty proud of that. 2016, it's going to be hard to match 2015. We have a few shows on sale now. We have a few announcements coming up in the next few weeks that we're excited about, and hope you'll cover those as well. We have the Division I Women's Regional, which was a phenomenal partnership between many people in the community, including the Sports Authority. And then we had the Division II Men's Wrestling Championship, another great event, marquee event for the building, and a challenge. This week has been a pretty incredible week for our staff. They've worked very hard to do one of the things that drives the mayor crazy, and that's put dirt in our beautiful building and do 3 shows of monster trucks, turn around, clean it up, load in the farm show, do a week of the farm show, and then on Saturday night do a sold-out Jason Aldean show. Almost sold out. There are still a few good tickets available.